We are here in Modesto, California at Daydreams and Nightmare shop where it was said to be haunted.
So these are some customers that came in 2 days ago and picking out some costumes, some spooky costumes. And I took them in the dressing room, which is one of the haunted rooms, and they had some experiences. So
I walked in and I really actually wasn't expecting on seeing anything or feeling anything. And all of a sudden I got goosebumps and I kept saying, I'm so sorry. And then I found out
that it's the bathroom where the bodies were drained.
Hi, my witchies. Welcome to the Witch Dark Tales podcast. I'm your host, Moon Witch. And tonight we traveled to Modesto, California, where it was said to be haunted, known as the Daydreams and Nightmares. Step inside a place where the living mingle with the unseen. We will take you through Daydreams and Nightmares, a costume shop, yes, but build a tome deeper, darker foundations. On this special Halloween episode, we journeyed through its history, we walked its hallways, and we sat down with Dana Walters, the owner, to hear chilling first-hand accounts and unseen evidence of hauntings. The past life of 1219 7th Street. Before it was the Daydreams and Nightmares, before the costumes, the mask, and the makeup, the building at 1219 7th Street, Modesto, had a different purpose entirely. It was once a funeral home.
Yeah, he saw someone at one of my buildings. And that wasn't even this one. This one's way more haunted. And
You have another building.
I had another building. Yeah, I bought this one. It was the other one I was at. And they have all experienced things here and next door. And yeah, so.
Dana Walters, who purchased the building about 5 years ago, tell us that the property roots go deep. The funeral home and crematorium operations ran roughly 18 years before it eventually ceased. In fact, one room in the building is still referred to by Dana as the former crematorium room, a space heavy with energy.
Okay.
Let's go.
You're going to feel some feelings in here. Okay, this is where they embalmed.
The what?
They embalmed the bodies in here. It was here, because this is where they cremated. There's not many places that cremate. You know, there's usually like one or two in a county, but they actually cremated here. The ashes of people are on the ceiling. Yeah, you feel the difference in here too. Mm-hmm. So this is where the cremation part was at. And we cemented this part up, and there's a prayer arrow in there that I was telling you about that I'll show you what one looks like.
Imagine this. Pall barriers moving through halls, mourners gathering around, the scent of embalming fluids, quiet walls and hushed voices. All the frequency, grief, transition, loss might leave lingering in the echoes. Daydreams and Nightmare now exists, a business of fantasy overlaying the remnants of death.
So these are some customers that came in 2 days ago and picking out some costumes, some spooky costumes. And I took them in the dressing room, which is one of the haunted rooms, and they had some experiences. So
Would you like to tell us?
Yeah, I walked in and I really actually wasn't expecting on seeing anything or feeling anything. And all of a sudden I got goosebumps and I kept saying, I'm so sorry, over and over again.
Wait, why?
I'm so sorry. And then I found out
that it's the bathroom where the bodies were drained. And I don't know if I had told you that, if they had drained in there or...
You talked about it being a place where they were, but that was on this end.
Right.
Where they were
cremated. Yes.
Cremated, yeah. Yes. So, and I had I don't know why initially I said anything like that.
And that was there.
Right over here, yeah.
You know, my experience was a little bit different in that I felt, at my church, I do a lot of the music for funerals. And so I help people kind of transition through that. And that's what I felt, more of a peaceful, like transitioning. I didn't feel anything scary. There's nothing scary or evil in this place at all. That I can tell you. I mean, I would be able to feel that.
I used to have bad feelings here, and I think there was something bad here, but we've changed that with the positivity. And you can do that, you know, because we don't want anything negative or evil here. Yeah. We want people to have a pleasant experience. And if we can coexist with the paranormal and the spirits,
Even better.
even better. I've had people, speak to their loved ones. For some reason, it's there's energy here that their loved ones come through. And I think it's amazing whether they were processed here or not. And that's all any of us want is respect in life and death. So,
To understand a haunt, one must listen to the whispers. We asked Dana and her staff for specific stories. Here are a few that still chill their blood.
So my name is Michelle Smith, and I've been here at Daydreams Nightmares for about 6 years now. And I have lots of experiences here, tons, but the one that scared me the most and the one that it's happened like about 4 years ago, and I still won't go in there into the bathroom. And it's also a changing room, a dressing room kind of thing too. So it's by the dressing room. This is the area where it's the dressing room area. And when these are full, we have someone come in here to change. So one time when it was downtime, we like to talk to spirits. When there's no customers, we'll just go in each room and we'll put a recorder down and start talking and then play it back to see if we catch anything. So I came in here with another person that used to be here, and we shut the door, and it was dark, but I could see her still. It was just, I could still see her. Yeah, we were asking questions and everything, and all of a sudden, it just started getting darker and darker and darker. And I was like, something's wrong here. Something's not right. And she's like, I can't see you anymore. I go, I can't see you either. And we were kind of joking, laughing, just kind of, all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. It was like something was sitting on my chest. I said, I need to get out of here. Something's not right. Something's not right. It felt like this big black thing was coming up behind me and just going to cover me like a blanket.
Dana doesn't just live with these paranormals. She engaged with them. She invited paranormal teams to investigate and participate herself in spiritual communications.
when this building, I purchased, everything was crazy. Electrical things hanging down. Everything was taken out of here. No toilets, no bathrooms. They left the toilet in there where they drained the bodies. They took the doorways out. We had to put new doorways. Like I said, no lights. We were walking through here with a flashlight, taking you into the one room where you're going to have a lot of different emotions. Okay. Now, we don't have people come back here, customers and stuff, because I have a Victorian couch back there, and I used to put my costume books back there, and people would sit at it and look at the books and decide what they want to rent. But I have pocket doors that go inside. They would slide back and forth, and customers would run out of here. So I was losing business. So we were like, okay, we need to bring it down here and not let customers back here. And that's what we've done. People do get scared. People are afraid of what they can't explain.
Correct.
So I'm gonna have you step up here real quick.
One team used ghost boxes and auto-scanning devices to pick up EVPs, which are electronic voices phenomenon. For example, a voice allegedly said, "I'm still here," when an actress, Bridget, from Girls Next Door, visited and tried to reach for her grandpa. A chilling and unexplainable result.
When you go in this room, we call this Angie's room. There's a spirit in here named Angie. And if you notice, you hear the music we have playing. We got spooky music. It's almost Halloween. But you notice how it's starting to get quieter. Notice you don't hear the music, you don't hear anything. This is so quiet. This room is soundproof. Why would a funeral home need a soundproof room? Now, go over there and open Angie's closet. Nothing's going to jump out at you. We're not a haunted house per se. It's haunted, but you're just going to get some strong feelings.
Okay.
Okay.
We're here to be respectful.
And Angie would come in with love, light, and respect. It's just a closet that you start having different emotions. It was trapped in the closet.
Yeah. I'm getting shivers. Okay,
Just pop the little thing up and open it, and you'll see. It was trapped. It's a brick wall.
In here?
It's totally a brick wall.
Oh, it's cold.
and you can hear somebody walking back and forth from this spot to this spot. And was there any emotions you had?
Yeah, I wanted to cry over there.
So these are different emotions that I write down that people have in this room. Read those.
Emotional, heaviness, sad, heavy on chest, dizzy, nauseous, anxiety, crying. I wanted to cry over there too.
Angie, and we think she was a young lady who had been pregnant and lost her baby due to a back alley abortion. And that's why there's the sadness. We'll hear crying in here all the time. When I bought this building, there was blood on the floor in here, and we were cleaning it. And all of a sudden, it started coming up, and all of us that were in here were just crying uncontrollably. So we have our Reverend Gayleen that comes in and does a lot of readings and stuff in here. She's amazing. And this is her favorite room. She's very comfortable in here. And we just get a lot of stuff in this room.
This room, you can feel heaviness, sadness. I wanted to cry when I walked over here. And then when I went over there, you just felt like if someone was with you, but not in a negative present, but in a good way.
I did get goosebumps when I was by the closet. My hands were a little shaking too.
Do you believe that it's haunted?
I believe there might be a presence, but haunted-wise, probably not. At least not scary. Because when I think of haunted, I'm thinking like something scary, like something that wants to hurt you, but I don't see that here.
And also, we did have Amy from Dead Files come in here, and she said this is his office area. She would not open her eyes when she was in here, and she just kept saying there's a lot going on in here, but the main person, this is his office, and which makes a lot of sense because he doesn't like anything or anybody in there. And so it's when people come in here and we put, have them change and stuff, a lot of times we won't tell them anything until afterwards. We're like, yeah, you were in there, and that's pretty much one of the most haunted places in this room, in this building. Yeah.
This is the area that you'll hear things. We could shut you in here and you guys just sit quietly and you'll hear all kinds of things come through on your recording.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do that. You're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we okay to
You can sit there, yes.
Okay.
All right.
And Dana says they also caught images of orbs, misty shapes, shadow spots on video, and still images. Now, the difference between dust and an orb, like how would you specify that?
You know, it usually has its own light source, and I like that. When they have their own light source, we get a lot that blink, and that's when I'm like, okay, for sure, that's an orb, And sometimes they'll get bigger, which is kind of cool. A bug's not going to get bigger. Okay, dust doesn't go through walls. So some things are dust, not everything's paranormal. So you have to, debunk it yourself. And that's why I say, if you think you're seeing dust, do your feet on the ground. Check.
I never thought of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways to test for that. They're all from family members that have brought stuff for their loved ones. There's even pictures of different people,
Now, why were they given?
Well, they come in here to my shop and they'll say, oh, my mother was processed here, or so-and-so was processed here. And I said, bring something to honor them if you want, because that's what we do. We honor them.
Correct.
We don't make fun of them. We don't do anything like that. Some people think, oh, ghost hunting is exploding them. Thank you. I can't spit out my words. And it's not, you know. If you do it rudely, it is. If they want to talk, they'll talk. If they don't, they're not gonna. We're not gonna make them, and we're not gonna demand that they show themselves or demand any of that. So it's all about how you do things in life and death.
Yes.
We have a Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Is that his voice? In the back.
That's Miguel.
Miguel. Oh my God.
Gabriel.
I don't know
Who's
why
Gabriel?
I said Gabriel.
No,
And
yeah.
his name's Miguel.
Is it really? You
We
know
have Miguel in the
Spanish?
back. You know Spanish?
He'll
talk to you. And
yeah,
he's in
if
the
you
back.
speak Spanish to him,
Everybody's pissed.
yeah, he's a mad
He's
man.
pissed.
Are we gonna be okay?
You'll be fine. Just talk Spanish to Miguel. I said Gabriel.
Maybe that's another spirit.
Hola, Miguel. Escuchamos que tal vez estás por aquí. Si quieres hablar con nosotros, danos un señal. Miguel, ¿cuántos años tienes? ¿Cuánto tiempo has estado aquí?
¿Quieres hablar con él? We were getting ready to wrap up the podcast, and then it was me, Michelle, and Dana Walters, with Miguel holding the camera, sitting around the EVP, not really sure what's going to happen. We were nervous but curious.
Is that your mom?
That's mom. That's mom. It's me.
We heard her do St. Dana.
Oh. I know you do.
She's watching. She's with you.
Yes, she is. She's here. I love you, Mom. Thank you. I found you touching too.
The air feels thick, warm, like something unseen is with us. Right then, I realize this is real. This is our first actual contact, our first EVP. And standing there watching Dana hold on to that moment, it doesn't feel scary at all. It feels like love found a way to reach across from the other side. Now, before we end the podcast, whether you believe that the Daydreams and Nightmare in Modesto, California is haunted, not everything haunting is meant to scare you. Both Dana and Michelle say that whatever lingers in Daydreams and Nightmares feels more protective than malicious. We've had so many paranormal activities here that we witnessed ourselves. Now, do you guys believe that this place is haunted?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
You heard it from them themselves. Well, thank you guys, and thank you for letting us be here.
Absolutely. Come back.
We will. We will. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Maybe that's the magic of Daydreams and Nightmares. It's not just a store or even a haunted building. It's a reminder that the line between the living and the dead isn't always something to fear. Sometimes it's just another way of staying connected. So this Halloween, if you find yourself in Modesto, California, stop by 1219 7th Street, pick out a costume, grab some fake blood, and take a moment to listen. You might just hear the echo of the past, still walking, still watching, and still here. And with that being said, thank you for watching, and audio listeners, thank you for listening to the Witch Dark Tales podcast, and I'll see you next week on the Halloween special. Blessed be everyone. Bye.